autumn starting to give way to the first hints of winter as we are at a chilly MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patton, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Up the middle they go. Patton, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. This is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. To throw, it's Allen. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now second and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down, it's Patton, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. On third down, Patton, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second and 11. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And check down complete to Hall. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Hall again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker,
he's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice. Good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hall again. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they go. It's Patton. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Patton. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check match, check match. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
18, Pirates.
First down.
7 Pirates, 7
First and 10
Pirates.
at the 44-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Left side 19.
Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Allen now on first down. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle.
Complete to number 30. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Allen. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
19 Lions.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Dragon 60. Warriors 70.
He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Now a handoff up the middle. Patton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, it's Patton. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. 3 quarters have come and gone. The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Allen going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Up the middle they go. Patton. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A give running right is Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patton. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
56, 56.
On 1st down, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out right at the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Sammy Ranger. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Got it. Ready? Kirk. Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Uzomah. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Second 60. Warriors 70.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Patton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Bills.
To the air, Allen. Caught outright by Patton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos. Hey, check that. Street.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.